Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at brand new Robinhood's Gold Card. So this is a credit card and Robinhood's first step into the credit card world. Is it worth your wallet or just another flashy card with fine print? Let's break it down for you guys. So first things first, the card is not for everyone, like genuinely. I've signed up myself. As you can see over here, I'm on the waitlist for the Robinhood Gold Card. But because of this, I also know a couple things that should be pretty important. It hasn't been rolled out yet fully. So if you are interested, you're going to want to lock in a spot pretty early on their website. And this is what that website looks like. Now, what makes this card stand out is it's designed to compete with premium cashback and travel cards, but with Robinhood's own spin at it. At its core, the Gold Card promises strong cashback rewards, a sleek design, and no annual fee beyond your Gold subscription. There is a big drawback though. And the drawback is that the cashback structure, you earn unlimited cashback with boosted rates on categories such as dining, travel, and entertainment, which is seen all across the credit card world. But here's the unique part. Robinhood automatically invests your cashback straight into your brokerage account. So instead of your rewards just sitting there, your spending is literally helping you grow out your portfolio while you're out. That's something we don't really see with most traditional credit cards. Another plus is that there is no foreign exchange fees, making it a good option for traveling abroad. And since it's a Visa card, you also get the standard protections like extended warranties and purchase security. Of course, there are some downsides though. If you even want to apply to this, you need to be in Robinhood Gold, which means you already have to be a member, which costs about $5 a month. So if you're making decent amounts, it's not that big of a purchase. If you're already paying for Robinhood Gold, that might not matter much either. But if you're not, it could feel like an extra cost that's added onto the access. Also, while the cashback is decent and solid, it's not necessarily out there to really beat the heavy hitters, such as Citi Double Cash or Chase Sapphire Preferred, which is the one that I like to use mostly, since it does come with a lot of flexibility. And the fact that the rewards automatically funnel into Robinhood might feel a little restrictive if you'd rather have cash in your pocket or points you can transfer to airlines and hotels. So this is specifically for those that travel a lot. So who's this card really for? If you're deep into Robinhood's ecosystem and the idea of your cashback automatically being invested into your portfolio, then this card could be a great fit. If you're already paying for gold, it makes even more sense. But if you're chasing the absolute best travel perks or you want flexibility with how you use your rewards, you might find better value in other cards. Now, another suggestion that I like to make just kind of push out there is you don't have to just use this card. You can apply for this card and also have your other cards. So whenever you do feel like putting the points into your brokerage, you can. So it's more of an option. At the end of the day, the Robinhood Gold Card is a really interesting move for Robinhood. It's not perfect, I can admit that, but it's a solid entry into the credit card market, and right now, it's all about the waitlist. So if you're curious, make sure you sign up before the rollout goes wide, because those that sign up first, just like me, get it first. That's it for today's review. Let me know in the comments if you're hopping, I should say, on the waitlist, or if you're sticking around with your current cashback or travel card. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I hope you guys have a good one.